Too late. We're going live.
I'm holding my piece.
Okay, that's good. This is the one I want to turn off. Yeah, did it right. Woo!
Woohoo!
Let me turn off this music. Welcome to episode 19, the 1 year anniversary. Episode 19 of the Akertales. I'm drinking a Moscow Mule tonight. I hope everyone else has a delicious beverage. Yeah, let's figure.
Super Jaeger bomb.
A super Jaeger. What's the difference between a super Jaeger bomb and a regular Jaeger bomb?
Regular Jaeger bomb is 1 ounce each.
Okay.
The super Jaeger is 8 ounces each.
That's so 8 Jaeger bombs.
Oh my gosh!
You should just call
In
it
one
the Octo Jaeger bomb.
Octo bomb?
The Octo bomb. The Jaeger Octo bomb.
Oh,
That's what I'm drinking.
Okay, that sounds delicious.
I feel like I would die if I drank that.
You might. Cool. Let's figure out what we did last episode. So last episode we started off in the city of Phoenix Down, where you met with Gerard for the first time since your trip to Mura, and sort of exchanged pleasantries, and then got the lowdown on the Valerian Order, the formerly secret order, still very secret, but not secret to you guys. The secret order of, I guess, demon busting that Gerard was a big part of, that ultimately shut down the Chaos Gate the last time it happened with Edward and all that fun jazz. The last connection to Shop Heroes that we have. And yeah, you got info about a whole bunch of people that Gerard knows that you knew from a vision, including all of Thamur's, all of his parents and his sister. I was saying family, but then we don't know that much about his family. But he has a sister who nobody. He has 2 parents and a sister, but nobody thinks that Thamior is part of that. George doesn't know about them having a second child. And then we were supposed to go to the Barren Wastes, but a necessary detour was made to the city of Westlands to go meet Thamior's sister. And upon arriving in Westlands, you strolled through the city and made your way to the Night's Watch by the gate and found out that Edward is in critical condition right now. Did I miss anything?
Some shopping.
Some shopping that happened. Oh yeah, we have.
I give Chip the tiny top hat I bought for him.
Laura's dressed like a princess right now. You're dressed as the princess right now, right? I know you bought all that stuff, but you are indeed princess-like right now. Okay. And I believe, yeah, we left off with Lucian, who was one of the Night's Watch people, telling you that Edward's in critical condition.
Lucian?
I think his name's Lucian. I have
I
Lucian.
don't remember any of this.
I have Lucian written next to that, so I don't know if that's true or not.
Was I sleeping at the end of this?
I don't think we got his name, but I'm sure that's what his name is.
No, well, it is now.
What happened? Repeat that whole last part.
You went to the Night's Watch, which is sort of how you get into the castle. They're like the guards of the castle, and you found out that Edward is in critical condition. I think you asked specifically for Edward, and he was like, "Well, tough shit, because Edward's kind of almost dead." Any other questions?
Lucian, what is he dying of?
Well, that's a good question. Here's the thing: we don't really know. He has a wound, but it looks like it was laced with something. Despite our best efforts and despite our best magic, it doesn't want to heal up. And until it does, we've knocked him out. Can I what?
Can you bring us to him?
Yeah, sure, if you want, but I'm gonna have to stay by you while this happens, just, you know, as a caution. We have a suspect, but
Absolutely.
okay. Yeah, and he takes you guys out of the Night's Watch. It's down 2 blocks from where you're at the castle. Someone's like typing like a madman, or eating, or that was weird. It was like you were grazing the top of your keyboard, like you're petting your keyboard. Yeah. That's what I heard.
Sorry. I'll turn my gate up.
Well, is this a normal thing? Do you normally just turn your gate up and then pet your keyboard in the background?
Well, I was typing something in Twitch, but I was also going like this, so
Yeah, okay.
it still picks it up. I should stop doing that.
That's fine. Yeah, so you guys make your way to the we've been had to enforcing spell cost like gold flooding her feet. No, we haven't. So the rules in, I don't know, I don't remember any of this. Maybe you were sleeping towards the end of it.
Probably.
Like we were having a discussion for before.
I remember the Night's Watch, but I don't remember the Edward stuff.
It was literally the last thing we said, and then in perfect cinematic timing, Fred let out a big what?
Oh yeah, I remember that. I was in pretty good shape last week.
Yeah. You couldn't have been more on point. Anyway, yeah, you guys make your way to the infirmary. It's a special infirmary. It's not part of the main like hospital. It's part of the king's special infirmary, I guess. He leads you down.
It's the VIP infirmary.
Yeah, he leads you down this hallway, and it's nice in there. Like it's a well-established, well-kept infirmary. And yeah, he brings you to one of the back rooms that's there. There's 2 guards posted outside. And he sort of exchanges pleasantries with them before ushering you inside. And he points. He says, "Well, that's Edward." And you see a man laying in the bed, probably in his late 40s now. And he's just in a plain, like, garbs, I guess you'd call them. But his shirt's lifted up, and there's what appears to be like the stab wound that's on his side that it's not bleeding out, but it's not. It's like a real, like, you know when you first get a really bad cut and you can sort of like see inside of it, like before all the blood comes pouring out. Like that's kind of the status point we're in. Alicia goes to you guys. He says, "We've tried to close it up, but for whatever reason, it just doesn't want to. It just doesn't want to take." He said, "We knocked him out. It's the wound's bad, and he would be in a lot of pain. So we've sedated him, and we can't unfortunately wake him up until we figure out what the agent was they used to kill him. We're trying to kill him. Sorry, he's not dead yet." Jumping the gun on that one a little bit. My bad.
I look for like traces of anything suspicious, like ritual, like arcane dust or poison or anything that I could see that is clearly not like a normal wound.
Okay, yeah, give me an Arcana check.
13.
You know it's not magical in nature.
Okay.
But it is out of the ordinary. It's not like there's definitely something that's going on.
Is it more like a slash or a stab, multiple stabs?
It's one big stab. It looks like about the size of like a sword that just sort of went into him.
Okay. And is it clean or is it more like I don't know, dented and shredded? Like
yeah, no, it's clean.
More like,
it looks like he was pierced. It looks like he was pierced with a sword.
Okay.
Like it's not like somebody like slashed at him.
Does it go through him, like from side to side or back to front, or is it just like are there 2 openings to the wounds or just one?
He's on his back right now, but
Okay.
yeah, from the looks of it, probably not. But
Well, I asked the.
I roll over Edward to inspect for a wound.
Well, I just asked the people in the room, is he stabbed? Did the wound go through and pierce his back as well or not?
No, it just that's probably not. You ask like a nurse probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody's in there sort of tending to I don't know what fantasy hospitals are like. So I don't know what kind of things that fantasy nurses do, but there's probably multiple people in there.
The infirmary in Harry Potter.
Okay, so yeah, there's definitely people in there. Someone comes over, she's like, "Yeah, it's just a stab wound that went in. It looks like about where his stomach was, or is.
Okay.
It still is there. But it didn't go through at all."
Was he wearing his armor when you found him?
He says, "That's kind of how we found the perpetrator. It was probably a little past midnight when we heard a scream from Edward's room. We ran in and we saw this dwarf running out. Of course, the first thing I did was I went and tended to Edward. We got him care immediately. But luckily we had enough people nearby to go track down that dwarf and arrest him."
Is he arrested already?
Yeah, he's in jail. We're probably persecuting tomorrow morning. We just got to get a judge in to get some time.
What's the dwarf's name?
I didn't catch his name personally.
Well, I'm a public attorney, and I'd like to represent the dwarf.
You would like to represent the dwarf, the killer of Edward, the king of the Night's Watch.
Did you see this dwarf stab him?
No, but there was only one person in the room.
That you know of.
Well, I'd like to think that I'm a little more competent than you're giving me credit for.
Well, I didn't pass the bar in all 7 states of Aragonia to not take on a pro bono case like this.
Can you just give me a deception check?
22.
Okay, yeah. He says, well, I guess that's mighty fortunate for that dwarf. He was, well, he sort of refused to have someone represent him. I guess I can take you to him. That's sort of the Aragonian custom, I believe, for a trial. I mean, the trial's tomorrow morning. You're kind of a little late on this one. It's probably a pretty cut and dry case.
Well, I'll make you a deal. If I find any evidence that it's someone else, I'll let you know personally.
All right, I appreciate that. Is there anything else you want here, or should I kind of want the nurses to get back to attending to Edward. It's paramount that he gets back to health as soon as possible. The king's asked for him personally.
There seems to be something out of the ordinary with the wound. Do you have any expert, like a cleric or something in town?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. We've had a whole bunch of people. The best we've had here: the priests, the clerics, the alchemist. Everyone, take a look at it. It's not whatever caused it's not from Aragonia. That's what that's kind of checkbox number one in the dwarf's case. He well, there's not many dwarfs around these parts. Rough.
I'm
a Gruff the crime dog.
I guess we better go talk to that dwarf then.
This is your call. Yeah, and he leads you out of the infirmary, and the jail's on the other.
Is everybody going? Or are people staying with Edward?
I'm going.
Okay.
Okay.
Cora, if you stab him, you might be able to absorb him and like get more damage against Edwards.
It would be a good way to learn how the sword works, right? If you just sort of killed someone who wasn't necessarily bad.
Oh boy.
Just put your sword in the sword's hole and see if it's the same size for science.
Interesting.
Yeah, he leads you guys to the jailhouse. It's sort of not on the other side of town, but it's far away from the castle. And he looks at you, Hank. He says, what was your name again?"
Port Hanker.
Port Hanker, nice to meet you. I'm Lucian. I don't think we exchanged those pleasantries. It's interesting. You're a lawyer in Aragonia?
One of the most famous. I'm surprised you haven't heard of me.
Yeah, me too. It's I mean, with the King's Court here, we have some of the most well-established lawyers in all of Aragonia come through. He's like, I'm surprised you haven't.
I appreciate you trying to make a personal connection with me here, but I'd really like to see my client as soon as possible. I'd like to get the bottom of this if he's got a case in court in the morning.
He says, I'm a man of business. I can appreciate that. Just right this way. And yeah, he leads you to the jail cell, and he's in the back. And it's there's jail cells in the front that are sort of more of like your Western crime type rooms where like it's just sort of like a jail cell, and there's like a door with the key slot in it. But he leads you to the back of the jailhouse, and it's like one of those where you have to go through like 3 sets of doors, and there's guards posted in the front, and then the room itself is like barred shut as well. But he takes you up to the door, and he says, "Looks like you got some visitors, dwarf." And dwarf calls back to him and says, "What kind of visitors would come visit me? This is ridiculous. Can I please get out of here?" He says, "Well, maybe in the morning, but until then, this is what you have."
Is it Corbin's voice?
It's Corman's voice, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know if my voice was good enough, but it was Corman's voice. Yeah, and he sees as the door opens, he sees you guys, and he's sort of taken back for a second, not expecting that. And he says, "What
Before he starts talking, I go, "This is Port Hanker. He's here to represent you as your lawyer."
Oh yeah, Port Hanker, absolutely. Thank God somebody finally got my call for proper representation."
Okay, well, Lucian, I'd like a moment with my client, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure. We got to keep the guards posted at the front here, but yeah, he's all yours. And he leaves.
I'll leave you to it, Port. I can go investigate the crime scene with Lucian in the meantime, if you'd like.
I think that's probably the smartest move.
Perfect. So I follow Lucian and ask him if he can bring me to the crime scene, so I can help my employer, Port, in this case.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that in a second. What is the rest of you doing?
What?
What's Cora and Alora doing? Okay. Do you need more details about what's going on? Are you confused? Okay. Cool. So you leave with Lucian. And I think he's still a little riddled here. He says, so about that Port Hanker guy, what's with the entourage?
We help him resolve cases.
Like
I'm his magical consultant. Anything that's required, any sort of knowledge on arcane lores, I'm his guy and I help him. And this case seems to definitely have something odd about it, so I'd like to see the crime scene to see if I can find anything magical that happened there.
Yeah, okay. It's right up here, and he takes you up to the second floor of the Night's Watch, to what seems to be like living quarters, and there's like a big I guess common room that have like a whole bunch of bunks in it, but he leads you to the back to this private quarters that's back there, and it's sort of disjointed from the rest of it. Like I guess if you could get to it privately is where I'm going. Like it's right by the rest of the common area, but it's like down a long hallway and towards the end, and sort of secluded a little bit from the others, sort of to just give privacy to the higher ups. And yeah, he leads you to the back room. He says, "Oh, this is it." And
thanks a lot, Lucian. Did we find a weapon? The dwarf had the sword on him when you find him?
He said there was a sword in the room. It was on the floor. We've got that. You know, that's
Thank you. I'll take a look.
Okay. It's right on the floor over there, and he points to it. And yeah, you see a whole bunch of things at first glance. So you see the sword on the ground. You see a whole bunch of stuff that was sort of flung out of the way, sort of as if there was like an altercation that happened here. It wasn't just a silence
Mhm.
And you see on the bed a big blood smear from there, so supposedly from when he was stabbed. And you also see. Actually, give me an investigation check.
15.
Yeah. Okay. You also see that there is glass on the floor on the inside of the room. Like, so the window is shattered out and
Yeah,
the
okay, so
glass.
somebody broke in. What floor is this room at?
This is the second floor.
Second floor. I look outside in the windows, see if like I see any rope or anything like that might have like made holes on the wall. Or
Nope.
if it's easily climbable for this reason.
You could make out that somebody could climb up the side of it. Like, it's not like a full thing, and it's only on the second floor, so it's possible somebody, if they wanted to, could have climbed up here. But you don't see a rope or anything like that. You also, if you look out the window, you see that it goes towards like the gardens that are out there, like sort of away from the rest of the town.
Is there any blood on the glasses on the floor? Like on
No.
the shards of glass? No. Is there like an object that's further away on the ground from the glass? Like if it was thrown there first?
Yeah, I'd say with your investigation check, you do notice that there's, I don't know if it's a stone, but like something that had gone through the window. Like there's a lot of broken stuff here, and some of it doesn't. It looks sort of out of place from the rest of the room. It probably wasn't. It wasn't there originally. Like there's like a home decor going on, and there's this little metal thing on the ground that sort of looks out of place from the rest of it.
Is anyone with me, or am I investigating? Cora or Laura, where are you?
Good question. I probably would have gone up with you, since I clearly didn't look like much of a attorney type person.
Do you notice anything particular here, Cora?
Well, it was quite the mess.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I find it surprising that someone would have broken in and then have the time to like break the window, climb up two floors, stab Edward before he even got out of his bed.
It does seem odd.
Is there like is the window completely shattered, or is there like parts that are still there?
There's some, but it's they did a good number on it.
Is the hole in the window large enough for a human to go through, or would it be more like a
Sorry, say it again.
Would it be more like a dwarf-sized opening in the window, or like
It's about the
human?
No, it's about the same.
Okay. Do I notice anything magical about this scene? Like anything placed out in a ritualistic manner or something?
No. It looks like an altercation happened here.
Okay. Do you Do you know anything about the making of the swords? The sword, Cora? You probably know a bit more than me regarding that. Would you be able to tell like which type of person would use that sword?
Give me. Oh man, I don't know what that would even be. Like a history check?
Yeah, either history or like religion, depending on the nature of the sword, I guess.
Give me
Or
a
maybe-
history check, and you can give it with advantage just because you're by line of duty. You have a lot of
Okay. Uh, 14.
Okay, yeah, you the sword itself, you've never it has a design that you've never sort of seen before. Like it looks very foreign, I guess is the best way to put it. Like you've been around Aragonia a whole bunch, and they all sort of follow a similar pattern. Like it still has like the normal sword hilt and blade and handle and all that fun stuff, but the designs on it just don't look like something you've ever seen before.
Damir, it doesn't look very familiar. It's just not quite. It's not quite what I'm used to.
So it fits with what Lucian was saying, that it's something weird from someone not from Aragonia.
Mm-hmm.
Have we seen any? Have we fought any orcs with swords? Do you think this is an orcish design?
No, it's not something you've seen before. I don't know. I don't know if you've seen like that many orcs before, but it's
Well, during the attack on Phoenix Down, well, previous thing.
yeah, I would say you had enough experience. Like you've never seen this before.
Okay. Yeah, are there any symbols on the handle or something?
Thimbles?
Like symbols, like
Oh, symbols.
like
I thought you said thimbles, like that you'd put on your finger when you were singing. Yeah, there's intricate designs in it. There's definitely symbols, but they're not like descript enough from yeah, like there's one that looks, I can't draw anything for you because we're over the internet, but there's one that looks like a swirl that goes sort of down like this with a line going up through it that sort of stands out from all of it, but it's not something you've seen before.
It's not something that we've seen in like the Book of Nelder or whatever.
Right.
Okay. Is there any other bloodstains in the room apart from the one in the bed?
Yeah, I would say there's some. Yeah, but, how about you both just give me an investigation check, and we'll just do this for general.
Okay. 16.
18.
18. Cora, you especially noticed something odd. There's a bloodstain that goes sort of across the wall in the back, which is odd because it's a splatter, and from what you know about the stab wound so far is that it was a stab, it wasn't a slash. Yeah.
Damir, it looks like someone else might have gotten injured.
Maybe this is what we need to... Is disculpate a word in English?
I don't think so.
No.
Maybe this is what we need to prove Corman's innocence. If he doesn't have any wounds on him, clearly it was him in the room. Well, clearly there was someone else.
Yeah, I think it. Can't think of the right word, but I think it points to there being at least someone else in the room. So.
Well, I think we could go back to Port Hanker and let him know of our findings.
He says, yeah, okay, just come out. I gotta lock this place up just in case anyone comes back.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah, let's cut back to Hank and Corman.
My first question is Katie okay? Because I haven't heard from her in a while.
I'm dead.
You're dead. Are you okay?
Hmm?
Okay. I'm worried about you.
I'm just chilling.
Okay.
I'm not really sure what we're trying to accomplish, so I'm just chilling.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it didn't take you much. It didn't take much convincing to jump to Edward's aid. But I guess Alora is not convinced.
No, I don't think Alora's not convinced. Katie's not sure what she's supposed to do, so Alora's not doing anything because we're the same person.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm just listening. I have no
Okay.
thoughts at this point.
Okay. I was just worried that like I was steamrolling you or something, and I didn't want to do that.
Corman says, well,
Well, actually, I have a out of character question.
Sure.
What are we trying to get from Edward anyway? I don't remember why we.
why you went to go talk to Edward? I actually don't remember what made you go talk to
I
Edward
don't think
first.
we really had a reason to. Like, we just showed up and Edward was dying, so we decided to go see Edward because he was dying.
Yeah, I
and
should have
we
listened to the end of the episode. I believe there was some reason to go talk to Edward. No, there wasn't, right? You just showed up at the King's Watch and you found out Edward was dying.
So we wanted to know if he had any insight on the Barren Waste where we are planning to go next.
Yeah.
Seeing how he's the military head of the Valerian Order. Plus, we also wanted to let him know about the whole situation in the Book of Naldur, and the fact that we're probably going to need to have an army ready for orc and or demon invasion soon.
Plus, we knew the name Edward, so we probably attached to it.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't. Thamio.
Are you killing him to end Shop Hero's connection?
No, actually, I think.
Are we gonna go around in circles, but he's just gonna die anyway?
No, I think I said this. I think I said this in our like just our private chat, but like I had fully intended for him to be dead. So like I felt like the fact that you guys went to Westlands first, like meant that maybe he doesn't die. So this is sort of
you
my
said
way
that.
too.
Yeah, I remember.
But then I was like, well, Corman's there. That was Corman's job, was to go to Westlands and
Yeah.
sort of figure this out. So you kind of have a I don't know if I can convince you right now to care about Edward, other than like he's a member of the Valerian Order, but Corman is on death's row potentially if another suitable
Yeah.
killer is not identified. So hopefully you care about Corman a little bit.
Yeah, I think I don't really care that much about Edward.
I don't
That's why
blame
I'm
you.
kind of like, why are we? What's happening?
He locked Thamior in the Chaos Gate. It's forever.
Yeah. So, Alora, are you with me?
Yeah.
Is the question I have. Okay. All right. I just wanted to get you involved in
I'm
case.
probably making you look less convincing with my crown and princess dress.
I don't know. It adds a touch of class to this otherwise grim situation.
So yeah, Corman says, what can I address the lady in the crown as?
That's not important right now, I don't think, Corman. Look,
Okay.
This is really serious.
They
think that you've attempted murder on Edward.
Yeah, I've heard the story. It was definitely a bad timing on my part. I'm sure this will all just go away. These are just a bunch of racist humans just hating on some dwarves.
God, hold on.
I know I didn't do it, so I don't know what they could possibly have against me. It's still considered racist, right? Yeah, it's dwarf is a race.
Okay. Whew. Okay.
You're not supposed to laugh so hard, as my
Pull
lawyer.
yourself together. Pull yourself together, poor Aikman, attorney-at-law. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
He says,
All right.
Mr. Hankman, I guess I have a question for you first before we begin.
Sure, Corman.
What brought you to Westlance? I'm sure you had other
Well,
important things to deal with.
we were coming to chase down the lineage of one of our compatriots when we found ourselves embroiled in this legal battle, and the investigators on this case don't seem to think that anyone else but you could have done this. So I'd really like to disculpate you on this charge and give you a chance to tell me what happened.
He says,
Were you in the room when Edward got stabbed?
He says, no, I came in afterwards. I don't know. I just saw him laying there and woke him up and that was that. And then he screamed and, well, I was coming in secret, but that didn't turn out so well for me.
Did he say anything to you?
He looked frenzied and sort of started to come after me, and I just bolted. I don't know what took over him.
Corman, this does not look good for you. They're going to put you to death because they have no other possible leads in this investigation.
He says, that's ridiculous. I had nothing to do with this. I'm sure justice will work its way out.
Look, Corman, you and I have been through a lot together. We had chased down the Gengries, and I understand, but this is really serious, and if they don't find someone else, it's you on the line. I mean, Edward's a really big deal. Why did you come see Edward in the first place?
How does he say this without saying stuff? Because I'm assuming we're all talking under. I assume there's an agreement. I would say
we assume that we're being watched.
Yeah, I had important matters to discuss directly with him outside of prying eyes and ears. It was on official business. I'm sure when he wakes up, he will be more than happy to clear this all up.
I don't think he's going to wake up, Corman. Do you know anything about the nature of his attacker or the weapon used against him?
No, I snuck in through the window, kind of snuck in. I tried to go the other way. It didn't work out that well. There was a lot more people than I was expecting. And that was probably not the best call on my part, but, yeah, I just came in and I saw him there, laying there. And I attempted to assist him in aid, and, well, it went south from there.
Can I do a deception check against Corman?
Yeah.
I rolled a 25.
Yeah, okay. What are you decepting?
I want to know if he's lying to me.
Oh, you want to... Okay. He rolled a 3, so yeah. No, he's telling the truth.
Okay. Yeah.
That was an insight check on your part, not a deception check, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know if that
Insight
mattered.
would have been...
But you rolled super
21.
high. Yeah, I was going to say, I think you're more than fine. I think you definitely cleared that because I rolled terrible.
I think insight would be 2020.
Smart. I appreciate whenever Fred makes a good pun, because I feel like it's a lot more difficult when it's not your native language. He says, look, yeah, I don't know who else was in the room, but I wasn't the first there.
Corman, this is the way it was explained to me. They heard Edward scream, and they saw you run out of the room. They have no other suspects.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what happened, but I didn't stab him.
And you don't know who did.
No, I came in and I did not see a soul in that room.
Oh, Meal. Yeah, Corman, this is really serious. This is really bad for you. I can't go back to these guys and say, my guy didn't do it, but I don't know who did.
He says, well, okay, if I was an investigator, if I treat it similar to adventuring...
Are there any plants in the room?
There's not plants in the room? Okay, so there's not plants...
In the murder room, are there any potted plants?
Okay, so there's not plants in the room, but there is a garden outside.
Oh.
I did say that. There is a garden outside. So the room itself doesn't have any plants in it.
Allura runs out of the building.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so you're running out. He looks at you sort of confused. But he goes back to what he was saying. He says, look, when you're an adventurer and you're going into an unknown area, you examine your surroundings, right? You not only look for what is obvious, but stuff that's not as obvious, stuff that you might have to infer. You know, whenever we go into dwarvish, old dwarvish encampments, you can expect traps. That's just the thing that we dwarves are known for. Yeah, if you're gonna figure this out, and I don't know why you're so bothered to figure it out, but if you're going to, I don't know, take a look at talk to people, take a look at stuff, and see what you can figure out. But you'll figure out that it wasn't me.
Oh, I'm gonna talk to people.
Yeah, okay. Let's go. Do Thamir and Cora have anything they want to do?
Do we bump into Allura on the way back?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so
you see her sprinting. You see her like literally full on sprinting.
Allura,
come with me.
Where
I gotta
are you
read.
going?
To the garden.
That's perfect. That's where I wanted you to go. I think the real murderer might have come this way through the window because the window's shattered. I gotta go talk to Port Hanker and relay the information. Do you want maybe Cora to come with you so that we're not alone in case something happens and they're still around?
Sure.
I love talking with plants.
Perfect. All right, so I'll go with Lucian back to Port Hanker.
The Port Hanker, attorney at law. Okay. You make your way out to the garden. What are you gonna talk to? There's like a lot of normal stuff you expect. There's trees, there's flowers, there's weeds.
All of them.
You're gonna call out to all of them. You imbue plants within 30 feet of you with limited. Oh my god, savings
I am
animation.
gonna talk to all the plants.
Okay. Okay.
Casting a wide net.
I'll point out too. It's later in the day. It's probably around. It's probably around like 4 or 5 o'clock. Like it's like late afternoon. Not that it has anything to do with your plants, but I'm just pointing out time because time is important because trials in the morning. Okay. What would you like to say to the plants?
Hello, plants.
Hi, what's your name? Hi. Hey, is that a human that's talking to us? Yeah, that sounds like a human over there. We don't really get many humans over here. Well, nope. Sorry, we do get some humans sometimes. Oh yeah, like that Clarence girl? Yeah, that Clarence girl. She talks to us sometimes, but I can't talk back to her. I don't know why she talks to us so much. Well, yeah, she's a little weird. So, can you hear us?
Yes. Yes, I can.
Yeah, okay, that's weird. Why are you speaking to us?
Who's Clarence?
Oh, Clarence is just a girl. She just walks through here sometimes. Yeah, she's a crazy old lady. She wears a black hat all the time. Yeah, I don't get the black hat. It never matches what she's wearing at all. Yeah, I don't get it either.
Who's talking to me?
This is like all the plants. Oh, you're asking them?
No, like what kind of plants am I?
You were speaking. There's the trees, the deep voiced one. The rest of them are just the miscellaneous flowers that are sort of some grass.
If they're talking, they probably are tulips.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They probably have tulips. Yeah.
Maybe 3.
Yeah. So see, why are you talking to us? I'm a little confused.
So you guys, see things.
Yeah, I just sit here all day most of the time. That's usually what I do. I don't move very often.
Are you related to a seaweed named Jerry by any chance?
No, who's Jerry? Oh, Jerry the seaweed? Yeah, we go way back. If you trace the pollination records, we come from the same species. Really? Who's Jerry? Oh, he's just my distant phylum friend. Don't worry about it. Anyway, what you met Jerry? Where's Jerry? How's Jerry doing?
He's good. He's good.
That's good. I really like Jerry. I'm glad he's still cross-pollinating places. Yeah, okay, you're still not asking me very much. I don't know why you're trying to talk to me. This is, again, super weird. What's it like to have hands? I always wanted to, wait, what's it like to have hands?
I pet the flower.
Okay, seriously. Speak with plants is the best thing ever. Oh my.
I'm like crying.
Yeah, so, yeah, those hands.
Okay. Okay, plant. What's your name?
My name's shit. My name's Roosevelt. I'm a tulip. Tulip named Roosevelt.
Well, nice to meet you. I'm Alora.
Hi, nice to meet you, Laura. What's it like to be able to walk? I always wanted to ask a human that.
I
elf.
Up my foot and wiggle my toes.
Whoa! That's so cool.
Oh god. So Roosevelt, I have to ask you a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Wait, timeline of the Edward thing. It was the day before?
I don't think you established that. It wasn't the day before though.
Roosevelt.
Yeah.
You know Edward, right?
Yeah, I heard the name before. He's the guy that sort of watches us sometimes from the from the window up there.
Okay, so that window up there is Edward's room.
Room? What's a room?
It's like it's his garden.
Oh, okay. Now you're speaking my language. You get it? Speaking plants.
Mhm. So anyway, what I need to know from you is, recently, Edward was hurt by a bad guy. Somebody broke into his garden and hurt him, and he might not survive. Have you seen anyone crawl through that window?
He says, well, yeah, I saw two guys, I think, crawl through that window. There was a little short and stubby one, not that long ago. He went through that window, and yeah, some taller, skinny fella went into the hand before that. Why do you go through the window? I've never seen anyone do that before. It seems a little weird. Is that the only way to get into the glass garden up there? Just to go in through the window?
No, that's the wrong way.
Oh.
So the short stubby one, he was the dwarf, right? He's not the one that broke the window.
No, he's not. The window was broken earlier that night from something else.
From the taller, skinny guy?
Yeah, the taller, skinny guy went through it first. He was a lot more graceful going through the window.
What? Could you tell me anything about him? What did he look like?
You know,
was he young? Was he old?
I don't know. Plants don't really tell age that well, but yeah, he had a black robe on. I couldn't really make him out that well. It was nighttime. I don't have night vision. I'm just a plant.
Oh, I pet Roosevelt again.
That feels really good.
Oh God. Okay, so you said he was a tall, skinny guy. He had a black robe. Do you remember, how many? Do you remember when this happened?
It happened about I don't know. It was during the night, about a day ago. It wasn't the night before. It was the night before that. I remember because I was not photosynthesizing at the time.
Okay. And do you remember anything else about him? This is really important.
Yeah, he was speaking a weird language, not like your normal language that you guys talked. It's all blue, but it had a weird twang to it. You got anything else? You got anything else you want? What's it like to be able to just change your garden all the time?
It's really cool. You get to see all kinds of things.
That sounds lovely.
So I turn and I look at the big tree.
Mm-hmm.
And I ask if he can see into the window.
Yeah, I guess I would have to. They can see, right? I guess otherwise they wouldn't know what was going on all the time.
Well,
yeah,
hello, I'm the mighty oak.
Why, hello there, little lady. How can I help you?
Hi. What's your name?
My name is Jeffrey, the mighty oak.
So, Jeffrey, I'm sure you overheard my conversation with Roosevelt over there.
I did. That plant talks non-stop. I can't stand to listen to him just rabble on all day.
Well, he was really helpful to me, and can you do you know who Edward is?
I believe he's the man that stands in that second story window over there.
Can you see into the window?
Yeah, I can see I am 35 feet tall. Would you like to count my rings?
Don't I have to cut you down to do that?
That was tree humor. Yes, you would. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. But so 2 nights ago, somebody broke into that window and stabbed Edward with some kind of sword. Did you see any of this happen?
No, I didn't see. I did see a man with a sword go through the window. It made quite a commotion. I'm surprised that nobody heard it.
Can you tell me anything about the man with the sword?
He looked odd. I've never seen do you call it a race? I've never seen that race before. There's lots of elves and there's lots of humans around here, but well, and then he got followed by that short stubby thing. It was most odd. I don't know what kind of things Edward carries on in his garden, but I did not appreciate the commotion. I have to listen to Roosevelt already all day, and it was too much.
So this guy that you don't know what he was.
Yes.
What did he look like?
Well, he had this. I only saw it for a brief moment, but he had these short, stubby ears and this almost greenish-looking skin. It's not like your peachy-looking skin of the humans or your what color is your skin?
My skin.
Yeah, it's blue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
or the
blue.
your very beautiful blue tulip-looking skin, but yeah, it was an odd pale green.
And he was in a dark robe.
Yeah, a dark black robe.
And Roosevelt said he was speaking a strange language. Did you recognize it at all?
I've never heard it before. I can't speak normal words, so I'm sorry I can't tell you what he was mumbling about, but he did seem to sort of be reinforcing himself with some plan or something.
And did you see him leave?
Now that you mention it, no, I don't remember seeing I don't remember seeing him leave the place. I didn't see the dwarf leave either. Most curious.
Okay, out of character question. Should I ask anything else? Anyone? Lou?
You're doing great. You really are.
I'm out of questions.
It's okay.
You've asked everything I would ask.
Okay. Well, alright. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Roosevelt.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Whenever you need it. Just come back anytime. Just bring those hands with you and I'll tell you whatever you need. Don't listen. Jeffrey, sorry. Roosevelt, just cut your nonsense.
Actually, one more question.
Shoot.
Do you know where I could find this Clarence person?
Clarence, she comes by almost every night. I guess you could, stop by later?
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, most indubitably.
I think I'm done talking to the plants. Now. I pet Roosevelt again. And now I walk away.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
There's something in chat. I don't know if chat up.
Columbo is like it was a detective TV. Sorry. It's a detective TV show from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, where they show you the killer at the very beginning, and then it's a 2-hour almost movie where they find the killer. It's so good.
It sounds good.
Yeah, and
I feel like I'd like that.
His catch thing to do is when like talks and asks questions to suspects right before he leaves, he's like, oh, just one last small question. And then he asks a question and then he leaves. And you know that when he asks that, it's because he already knows.
Is there a secret Columbo fan club that you two belong to?
Shut up. Columbo is awesome. It really is.
Maybe. I was watching Columbo with my dad when I was a kid, and it was pretty popular around here. There's always at least one reference in each of my role-playing games with my friends when we
Fred, seriously? We have an antenna on Sunday nights. They used to play old Columbo episodes, like back to back to back, and then they moved it to Saturday nights. So like, Mrs. puts the kids to bed, and I turn on Columbo, and she gets so sick of it. It's so good.
Too.
It's so good.
He always talks about his wife, but you never see.
Did you know there's a spin-off called Mrs. Columbo?
What?
Sorry, guys.
This is entertaining.
This is the Columbo fan show.
We're probably the only Twitch channel talking about Columbo.
That's
Also, it's
probably
Peter Falk. Peter Falk's amazing.
Yes, he is. He's got that lazy eye. It's perfect.
What's your next?
Shut up, Mrs. It's hilarious.
What's your next step, homies?
Well, I feel like I have to go.
I feel like we need to regroup
Mm-hmm.
and discuss about it, please.
I just got
Laura
a whole
holds
bunch
all
of
the
stuff.
cards. Laura knows everything.
Well, so does Cora. Cora was with me.
But she doesn't
But-
speak French
wait.
with you.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
No, yeah, she has no
can't hear
idea.
She just is listening.
Well, I heard
to
every-
the one-sided conversation.
Yeah.
Yes. It does feel like a little strange.
Yeah, I imagine because they didn't move like, so it literally just like it's a Laura yelling like at a tree and some flowers on the
And
ground.
petting a flower, and you're
Yeah.
just sitting there watching me like, what the fuck?
Showing that same flower your feet.
That was very Little Mermaid of me to wiggle my toes. Anyway, back to the jail.
Back to the jail. Okay.
Cora, I learned so many things. We have to go back.
Oh, I'll take your word for it, Alora.
Okay. Yeah, you guys reconvene at the jail. And I would assume like Hank and Hank and Corman are still.
I don't think I would have gotten a whole lot from Corman based on that conversation, so I'd probably, I don't know, I mean, depending on the length of my conversation with him versus the length of Olora's conversation, I may be heading out to regroup anyway.
Okay.
So if we want to meet at like the front of the jail and maybe loop Lucian in. I don't know. I think
we don't want to talk in front of Lucian.
Okay. So then let's all, the four of us, meet up and share intel.
Okay. I run full sprint until I run into Hank. Like
Hey, ow!
Hank! Hank,
Ow!
I spoke with some plants and I learned a lot of stuff.
What did they taste like?
Crap, I don't know. I should go back.
Laura doesn't
What
eat
did you-
plants. That's inhumane.
Laura only eats animals.
Yeah, come on.
I feel like Alora's probably a vegetarian.
I don't know if you can eat
You
anything
monster.
anymore.
Yeah,
I
everything
don't-
talks.
Oh no. That'll be a separate episode. We'll talk about that at a later date.
You're gonna learn speak with water, and then you're screwed.
You can eat animals because then you can just store their souls in your lantern.
Mm-hmm.
True. I need an animal-only lantern.
Oh god.
Like
Oh, and then you
That,
can be the owner of a ghost.
I need like that the thing. Oh, what the heck? The J.K. Rowling thing where the guy has like the suitcase and he has all the creatures in his. Thing.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Yeah, I need to do that.
Have you
Okay.
seen the trailer for the second one? Sorry, we're getting derailed.
No.
We talked about
No.
Columbo. Let's talk about this.
I'm okay with this. I'm in.
That's who Alora wants to be.
Okay, but I've seen these movies before where somebody's like loves animals and wants to collect them, and the next thing you know, they're murdering animals just to collect them.
But
Mm-hmm. It's like Pokemon.
Exactly. Like, at what point do you... it's like that movie Nightcrawler, where at what point do you jump the shark and start killing things so that you can put them in your lantern?
never. I need a giant bag of holding.
Okay.
I'm just gonna shove them all in there. Anyway,
So anyway.
so Hank, I talked to these plants, and I'm just gonna tell them everything that
Yep.
I heard, so that I don't have to say it all.
Not a problem.
Do you? So, the tree said that he didn't see this mysterious person leave. Could this be an inside job?
Did he see him arrive?
Yeah, he saw him break the window and climb into the window, but he never saw him leave Edward's room.
But then the tree didn't see saw that person the same night, and the other the night before.
What?
You cut out while you were talking.
Yeah, what? Say that again?
Both plants didn't corroborate the same information, right?
No, they did.
Yeah, they did. Unless I fucked up, but they...
I feel like one of them said it was the night before, and then them not.
No, he said it. He said it was the night before, and then he said not like last night, but like the night before that, and then he made the joke about
Yeah.
not
As in,
photosynthesizing. So, as in 2 nights ago.
Okay.
it's been a little over 24 hours.
Well, I think probably the person we need to talk to is probably Clarence.
Yeah. So there's this person. It's an older woman with a black hat, and she can talk to the plants, and she goes to the garden every night.
Yeah.
So she may have seen something.
Okay, we need to talk to Clarence.
But also, do you guys know any races of tall and skinny people with pale green skin and short stubby ears?
What's the stubby ears?
Mm-hmm. Thamior, you would remember, if you remembered, 1 year ago, almost to this date.
I remember.
I'm just trying to find what stubby means, as in like the.
Short.
I'm
I'm pretty sure that's what the ears were.
When we investigated the people who blew up the shiny gem, there was somebody there who had like cut up or tucked under or plastic surgery ears.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What? Are you that good?
Yeah, I have it in my
Fuck
book.
yeah, I'm that good.
Look at his face!
She doubts me.
Wait,
She
how
doubts
do you...
me.
Wait, hold on.
Look how
How do
proud
you
he
remember
is.
that? Like,
It was a weird detail, so I made a note of it, and then I remembered it because I made a note of it.
There you go.
Now I'm skimming my notes. Because I used to take better notes.
This would have been episode 3, I believe.
Yeah.
Or 4.
Oh,
have
episode
it in
3?
my
Oh,
notes.
okay. Then I didn't go far enough yet.
Yeah, it was the body that was left after the gem.
Tony?
I don't remember what his name was.
Search Tony's body, droopy elf-like ears, half crescent shape,
Yeah.
similar to orc ears, but he's not an orc.
Yeah.
His name was Tony.
Tony.
Oh, is he the guy that we totally made up and then there was...
Wait,
Yeah, we made him up because Akers didn't come up with a name on the fly, so I just said Tony based
Yeah.
on the guy from Phoenix Down, and then we just ran with it, and then we had to kill Tony.
Yeah.
Wait, so he's not... So he wasn't actually...
He was the boss of the cultists sleeping in the barracks.
But he wasn't an orc, but he wasn't an elf either.
Right.
Like
Is he an
So
elf work?
so we don't know
What
what
would
he
you
is?
what would you call that? A fork, a orc, or
Call him a fork?
an oral.
A fork?
an
Wait,
oral.
wait. Not Alora talking, Katie talking. Is this an
Orc.
actual? Like, if I looked at my D&D book, is there an actual race, or are you making this up?
Making this up.
Okay. So I'm not just not knowing D&D things.
No, it isn't made up. I'm off the grid. I'm off the charts. This is
Man. Hold
on, I
uncharted
found it.
territory.
I found a D&D wiki page on Elfworks.
Yeah, I mean it.
Elf orcs are real.
It might exist, but I made this up. I don't. It's not canonical, so I don't know what years of half elf, half orc things look like, or even if this is a half elf.
They're just called elf orcs.
But it is. It is a creation of my own, similar to the Gangri.
Taller than humans, pointed ears, and green tinted skin. Here, you could totally just roll with this.
That's yeah. To be fair, it's really easy to make that up. Just take some elf traits and take some orc traits and put them together.
He's tall, he's thin, so he's like built like an elf.
Can you
But
no?
orc
You
colored.
may not call me an orlf. There we have it. Orlf is not canon.
That guy looks not like him.
I prefer Urk, anyways. Or
Call them
Air.
whatever you
Air.
want. That is where we are at.
Okay, so we're looking for a weird half elf, half orc guy that didn't leave the building.
Or at least not that night.
Or
Or
at least
I mean,
not that you
not
know
through
of.
the garden.
You
Or,
do
like,
not know.
through the garden.
Yeah, he didn't go back out the same way he came in.
Correct.
So he must have went.
Something else actually. There was another splatter of blood that Cora noticed in the room. Something that looked like a slash that splattered on the during some sort of fight.
Yeah. It wouldn't have come from a stab wound.
Slash. Do we think Edward tried to like fight back?
It's
How did
possible
Corman
that
really
they-
not see anything?
He probably showed up way after the fact.
Yeah. My guess is there
Well,
was a
either-
fight.
Or else
Edward-
he's not telling us the whole truth.
That's what I'm
yeah,
thinking.
it's possible. The other thing is what's possible is that Edward fought that elf orc guy, girl thing, and he wounded his opponent, but his opponent stabbed him, and then his opponent put him on the bed so that it didn't look like anything happened. And then Corman showed up, and either the blade was poisoned or something, or he's using some weird cultist curse, and Edward was frenzied Corman, making it look like he was the primary suspect for crime.
Well, I think we should go sit in the garden and wait for this Clarence person.
Wait a minute. Yes, we should do that. I just thought about something. If it is one of the that's related to Branch and everything, it's totally possible that he just left through the ethereal world or something. Plain. So
Just like disappeared.
yeah.
Is this something that you guys would want to loop Lucian in on, or should we keep him in the dark on this? Okay.
I think we should wait, because we don't know, like, I don't know.
Yeah, let's talk
let's
to
get
Clarence first.
more info,
Yeah.
Okay.
just in
Let's-
case.
Clear up our minds. Talking to Clarence.
This is another idea I have. Can I, I'd like to check, like, first the regular infirmary and then the prison for any half-elf, half-orcs to see if any of them have shown up wounded.
Okay. Yeah, I'll cut it short just to not waste time on it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, nobody's seen it. This a half elf, half orc in this world would be extremely rare, if not impossible or next to impossible. One, because orcs and elves don't like each other at all, and two, like that's just not elves tend to keep to themselves, so like having orc elves is if there was one, it would be a sight to be seen. So you can inquiry, but I'll just cut it short and tell you that nobody's seen anything. There's nothing like that.
Okay. Well, those are probably what I would do while the other three go off and talk to Clarence.
Okay, so the three of you are gonna wait for Clarence?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you gonna speak with Clarence again while you're there?
Not yet.
Okay. Yeah, you so it's now nighttime.
What time is it? Alora would know.
It's probably about like 8 or 9 o'clock. Like early
Okay.
nighttime. Like everything is still open, but it's dark. Yeah, and you see a woman in this crazy looking black hat come strolling in. Are you guys just chilling out in the open? Are you hidden, or are you? What's your?
I'm sitting on the ground, leaning against Jeffrey.
Okay. Yeah, you see this woman with this crazy black hat and this red clothing come in, and she says, "Oh, hello, my friends. Well, welcome back. I'm here another night to hang out here with you. How's everybody?"
I cast speak with plants, like, quietly while she's doing this.
Okay. Yeah, nothing's talking back to her. Because you don't have to communicate, right? You just speak a common language now. Yep. Yeah, nothing's communicating back to her at all. She's just sort of rambling to herself. She's like, "Oh, hello, my favorite tree. It's great to be here again. You look as strong as ever." And she's sort of going through. She notices you sitting. She says, "Oh, another friend of the garden. Welcome to the garden. What brings you here?"
Hello.
Hello.
I just really like these plants. They're lovely.
I love them too. They are my best friends.
And only friend.
Do you come here often?
I come here.
Started?
I come here every night after my duties for my day job, and I spend my night with my real friends. These plants and these lovely tulips.
Do they talk back?
Of course they talk back. Why wouldn't they talk back? That would be ridiculous. Otherwise, it would just be me talking to myself.
What are their names?
Oh, they go by many different things. They go by Percy and Jonathan and Leroy. Which one's
Leroy.
Which ones do you talk about? She points to Roosevelt and she says, "And that there is name is Ruis."
Oh yes, yes. That's an excellent name for a plant.
Yeah, I didn't name the plant. The plant named itself. It simply communicated its name to me.
I look at Roosevelt, and I do this.
He goes back. Yeah, this bitch is crazy. I can't help it. She just comes here every night. I can't do anything about it. I'm a plant.
Well, I'm Alora. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Clarence. What brings you to the garden tonight? Not that I'm against company. I'm more than happy to share the garden with whoever comes, but visitors are scarce.
Well, a friend of mine was hurt a few nights ago, and I'm looking for any clues.
Oh, that sounds terrible. What happened?
So do you see that window up there? And I point to Edward's balcony and the broken window.
Oh yeah, that seems like a broken window. Did he fall out of the window?
No. Two nights ago, somebody broke the window and climbed into his room and stabbed him, and he's dying now, and we're trying to figure out how to save him.
He's dying? Why don't they just patch him up?
Whatever he was stabbed with has some kind of magic on it, and they can't heal him.
Magic, you say?
Do you know anything about magic?
She says, besides the obvious, speak to plants, this, I don't have many talents in this world, but, we have some exotic dealers, down in the Underdark here at Westlands. I don't know, maybe they got something from them. Have you checked with anyone else?
No. How would I find this Underdark?
The Underdark? Oh, you just follow the dirt, I guess, as we say, is the Underdark. It's just down a ways by the hovels on the on the edge of the city, just outside the castle walls.
Is it dangerous?
It's not dangerous at all. Why would it be dangerous?
I look at Roosevelt again.
He's like, this bitch is crazy.
Do you know anyone there? Is there somebody I could talk with that's less dangerous?
She says, "Oh yes, I would talk to oh yes, I would talk to Hilda. Hilda would probably know a thing or two about some the seedier poisons and magics in this world."
Clarence, I have a question for you.
Certainly. What would you like to know?
Were you here 2 nights ago? Did you see anything?
She says, I don't remember seeing the broken window. Well, it was broken last night, but not the night before. She says, I don't spend my whole night here. Don't be ridiculous. I'm only here for a little bit.
Okay, so you didn't see anything strange?
No, just the normal plant friends.
Okay, thank you.
She says, good, what was your name?
Alora.
She says, "Good luck, Alora. I hope you find the information you're looking for. Those magics and poisons, they're nasty business."
Yeah. Thank you for all your help.
Certainly.
Are we? What? So where's everybody else while this is all happening?
I was next to you. Well, not like super obviously next to you.
You're like watching, but she doesn't know anybody else is around.
Well, AbQ left Discord.
Oh.
We just lost him a couple seconds ago.
Abky, are you okay?
AbQ, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?
He went to the kitchen, came back, and couldn't hear anything. So I think he's rebooting.
Oh, okay. We'll wait for him.
Alora, I can probably find the Underdark.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Yeah, you are used to the CDers. I think that's actually your special skill or something.
Yes, I was just about to tell you that my feature is city secrets. I know the secret patterns and flow to cities and passages through the urban sprawl that others would miss.
Yeah, the Underdark, is sort of where all the poor people go to congregate. It's definitely.
I'm picturing it like the black market.
Yeah, basically, like it's.
This is like D&D
it's like
black market.
Diagon Alley or whatever.
Yeah, Diagon Alley is a good.
Think about like the underbelly of Gotham.
Like there's I would agree that it's probably not dangerous all the time, but it certainly could be dangerous. Like if you're not from the Underdark, you definitely wouldn't like go chill there. And they definitely operate sort of outside the boundaries of law.
Sounds like my type of place.
Let's get out of this garden.
Okay.
I pet Roosevelt on my way out.
Oh, thank you. I love when people pet me.
I'm going back through this garden every time.
Goodbye, Alora.
Bye, Roosevelt.
I pet the plant as well because it seems to be with the druid.
He likes that. Just so you know.
Okay. Well, I'm happy I could make it happy.
His name is Roosevelt. He's very chatty.
All I see is a bunch of leaves move.
Okay.
Alright. Let's get out of here. This
You head into the
place
Underdark?
is nuts.
Yes, I will lead us to the Underdark. Also, I cut the travel time in half, by the way, when we
Oh, nice. Yeah, you get there.
Wait. Can we stop for 1 second?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I probably don't want to be a princess in a...
That's probably smart.
Yeah, you could be a dire wolf.
That's a really good idea. Okay, so the person we're looking for's name is Hilda, and she knows stuff about poisons and dark magic.
Okay.
Alright, so... Wait,
Just
no, a dire wolf would be a lot of attention, though.
AbQ's still having technical issues. Just I know he says he's on, but he can't hear anything.
Tell him to mute and deafen Discord, exit Discord, like full exit Discord, restart and unmute and undeafen himself.
So mute, deafen, restart, and then unmute.
Yeah, not just hit the X, but actually like exit Discord. That's what fixes it for me.
Oh man, I wanna open up a restaurant and call it Exit.
That'd be a terrible restaurant. Eggs don't make that much money. You would fail financially.
We have a bunch of breakfast restaurants around here with names like that. Expectation, Eggs Key.
Sorry, guys.
There we go.
Oh, Andrew, are you okay?
Yeah, I figured it out. Thank you.
No problem. To add to the tangents for tonight, check what just came up on Reddit for me.
Our hot dog sandwiches.
Where?
I was just
Ruth
talking
Bader
about that at work.
Ginsburg issues controversial ruling. Hot dogs are sandwiches! Yes! She's my favorite justice anyway. Ruth Bader, awesome.
Yeah, I think I do have a favorite. Now when people ask me, who's your favorite Supreme Court justice, John, I can say, nope, I definitely have an answer for that one.
If you don't get that question asked to you like on a monthly basis, you're hanging out with the wrong group of people.
Yep. That's okay. Are
Pop-Tarts ravioli?
Yeah, kind of. Okay, I'm gonna keep us on track because I want to try to get through this tonight. Still, I don't want to stay up too late.
I will transform. I don't know if I want to be a direwolf. That's a lot of attention.
Wait, are we fighting?
No. So we're going into the Underdark, like the Diagon Alley of Westlands, to find a woman who knows about poison and magical stuff.
Hilda.
Yeah. And Delora doesn't want to go as a princess, so I suggested direwolf. It does draw a lot of attention to us, but it also draws away, like petty criminals that just want to rob us and whatever.
Delora, do you want to shapeshift into something smaller and ride on the shoulder of someone?
Yeah, it could be that as well if you want to.
You could turn into a cat.
You could be a cat.
You could be.
No, that's not scary enough.
You could be a black cat, and black cat in a superstitious world, especially in like Underdark type area, can be pretty scary. Especially if you're hanging out with a sorcerer who just like glows blue and looks weird. And,
Wait, so when I transform, I get to
magic
determine what my animal looks like, right?
Yep.
Characteristics. Okay, I transform into a black cat with red eyes.
Ooh. Shit.
We're going somewhere scary. I gotta be really scary.
Pretty scary. Are you like a big black cat or like a smaller black cat?
Like
Full size?
at least coal-sized.
Okay. Like you're a prominent black cat. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you make your way to the Underdark, and it's not a hard travel for you, as you are well versed in how to travel to seedier places. Yeah, you make your way, and I would say without too much trouble. There's no shop set up here, but there's people hanging out, and I think with just a little asking around, you figure out who Hilda might be.
Okay, so we go to her. Not necessarily shop, but hanging.
Yeah, she's sort of she's hanging out in like one of the corners. She's at a table. She's probably playing like a card, like some version of a card game against somebody right now. And she's a human.
She's playing Liverstone.
She's playing Liverstone. Yeah, Liverstone, the Akertales gambling card game. Yeah, and she's she looks like she's winning. She looks like she's killing it. Yeah.
I approach her and wait for her game to be over.
Okay. Yeah, she you see
I rub on her leg.
you see the she's playing against this older guy, this gruff looking guy, and you see him slam his hand down, and he says, "Damn it, Hilda, again!" And she says, "Yeah, well, a bet's a bet. Just pay up, sucker. I'll see you next time." And he slams some coins down on the table, and he runs off furiously. He doesn't run off. He stands up and walks out and stomps and stuff. He doesn't just bolt. That would be weird.
He storms out.
Yeah, he storms out like a tornado.
I was told I could find you.
He says, "Oh yeah, who's sharing that kind of information?"
A bit of everyone, if you know how to ask around here, really. It wasn't hard to find you.
Yeah, well, I guess when you have a reputation, what can you say? What's your name?
I'm sure you've heard about the incidents that happened in the castle in the last days.
Yeah, I don't really concern myself with those hidey-tidy folk, but we heard some ramblings.
Have you heard about the attempt on Edward's life?
He says, "Yeah, I heard a thing or two about it. What are you asking around here?
The healers aren't able to stabilize it. Something's preventing the closing. We suspect it's some kind of poison or something that your expertise can help us.
Well, you've come to the right place. It does sound like something I'm a little familiar with, but
I described to her everything that I know of, that I've seen. Then I described the crime scene with the blood spatter on the wall and the half-elf orc, mysterious guy that we suspect did the killing. I also described the sword, and if necessary, I asked Cora to add more details of the fabrics and the metals.
okay, yeah. She says, well, that definitely sounds like something I'm familiar with. I've never sort of dealt it myself, but we've had to get rid of a nasty one a time or two from some people who came around here. You know, for the right price, I might be able to cook you up something.
What's your price?
This is 25 gold, and I'll have it in the morning.
Meow.
Did you hear Cole? He just came.
Mm-mm.
Oh, you're meowing.
That's give her the money. In cat.
That's cat for give her the money.
Give her the money.
I'll give you 50, and you'll teach me how to do it as well.
I can appreciate that. Yeah, she says she gets like super into it. She tells you all about this. I'm assuming you actually hand her the money.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do. I gave her 50 gold, and I stay with her so that she can teach me how to do it.
Okay, yeah. So she goes into detail on a level that, like, if you were an enthusiast about something and somebody was asking you, like, oh, hey, can you tell me about this? Like, that kind of level of detail. She tells you about this thing called silver thistle that it does exactly what you were describing. It keeps wounds from closing. It sort of sends the person into this barbaric rage after it knocks them unconscious and then upon waking up sends them in this barbaric rage. And there is an antidote, and the antidote is not more silver thistle, which is good because she doesn't have any of that, but it's some common stuff that's available around here, and her 50 gold price goes into the ingredients for that as well. She I'd say it probably takes a few hours. It's probably closer to like midnight at this point. She goes into excruciating detail about how to make it and all that fun stuff and how to brew it and blah 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 blah. She says, "Yep, well, that's it. That's the antidote for silver thistle. Honestly, we've seen it around here before, but I've never seen anyone from around these parts have it. Do you know what you're up against?"
Not exactly.
He
We
says,
think it might be related to the orcs' attack that burned Elendor to the ground.
he says, your cat.
I'm just an adventurer trying to save the.
She says, since you were so kind with the gold, come back in the morning, and I might have somebody who can help you out.
Much appreciated. I'll come back for the antidote in the morning.
Cool. Yeah, and do you have anything else you want to do? You want to go explore? Katie?
Yes.
What would you like to explore?
I am searching for an area where they sell spooky animals.
Spooky? Like what kind of spooky animals? Oh, like you want to turn into... You want to...
Raccoons.
You want to see some. What
Opossums.
What are you in specific looking for?
It's a raccoon.
What's a raccoon?
An owl?
Okay.
A bat?
Okay.
A trash panda?
A trash pan? Wait, I have one in my backpack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know. What else would they have on the black market of
I don't know.
a
Crow?
scheme?
Yeah, crow.
A
I'll let
raven?
you think about it. But yeah, you can spend the time that Thamir.
Well, no, I have additional things once I locate this animal.
Okay, go for it. I'd like to eat it and store its soul in my lantern.
No,
Okay.
I'm looking specifically for an owl, and a bat. I think.
An owl and a bat? Sure. I would say it's pretty easy to find. Why?
Do I find them?
Mhm.
Are they alive?
There's a vendor who has just some pets is a nice term for their establishment, but yeah, it's like a pet store.
Okay, I walk up to this pet vendor, still in
cat
cat form.
Okay.
And as I'm walking towards him, I transform back into a person.
Okay, he's like, "Oh, I've never seen that one before. Can I help you?"
Hello. I would like to purchase that owl.
You want to yeah, sure. Are you in your crown then still too? Okay, yeah. You quickly pick off. Yeah. Sure. That'll be let's say 10 gold. 10 gold sound good?
That sounds wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Okay. I take the owl.
Okay. Do you gonna do anything with the owl, or you just want an owl?
I just want an owl.
Okay. Anything else in the Underdark?
Are there identities for sale?
I don't know what you just linked, but I'm scared to click on it.
I would
Oh,
say
Jesus.
maybe.
Do they have that at the store?
I would say maybe, but it's gonna be a lot harder to it's gonna be a lot harder to purchase an identity. Like you'd have to have the connections to pull that off.
Okay. You yawn, so I'm just gonna let it go.
Okay.
What does my owl look like?
What do you want it to look like?
Can it be white, and can I name it Hedwig?
Sure. You want to? Okay.
Do I have to keep it in the cage, or will it hang out near me?
I would say we just hang out near you. I would say you are well versed enough with animals to train an owl.
Okay,
And you can also speak with animals, I think. So
I can.
I would say it's probably a trivial matter for you. Okay.
I go find my friends.
Okay, so you the antidote's gonna be ready in the morning. She's gonna have more information for you.
Hey guys, look at my owl.
Hoo boy, that looks great.
Anything else you guys want?
I would probably I'd probably go sit with Edward.
Okay. Yeah, Edward is in a coma, so if you spend the night, he won't interact at all.
Like,
But
I want to be there if he dies. Like, I want to
okay.
be there. You know what I mean? Like, I want to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
there in case.
Oh, I like that. Okay. Yeah, not a
I'm
problem.
gonna sleep in the garden.
Okay.
Just kidding.
I'm gonna trance in the Underdark.
I like this music.
Yeah, this is new
See, for
music.
you actually, Katie, you don't need to sleep. You just kind of trance.
You meditate. Yeah, it's perfect to be in a garden.
I'll sit with Thamir.
Okay.
Well, you could be in the garden while you meditate. It's a
Oh,
great place to
I'll-
meditate.
Yes, I'll do that in the garden.
Do you guys feel like you have a sufficient case, or do you want to do more investigation, or?
I think if we heal Edward, we'll be in good shape.
If Edward gets healed, he gets to tell the whole story.
It's true.
That is
Okay.
true.
Okay. Are you gonna go relay this to Corman?
No.
Okay.
Corbin doesn't seem to be much of any help, other than some omniscient advice that he gave me near the end. He seems to think that he's innocent no matter what, so sitting with him seems to be folly.
Okay. Sure. Let's cut. We'll cut to the next day, unless anyone has anything they want to do. Okay. You guys, let's pinwheel. We're gonna pinwheel past this. You guys find yourselves in court. Corman by your side.
Wait.
What?
Wait, Court? What happened to the antidote and...
Oh, the antidote. Fuck yeah. Sorry. My bad. My bad. Sorry. Yeah, you go get the antidote. Like, that's what I was on the wrong train of thought.
Yeah.
You guys go get the antidote. You pick it up promptly the next day. Are you gonna go just deliver it to Corman, or are you gonna go deliver it to Lucian, or are you gonna?
I'm bringing it straight to Edward.
Wait, but I thought she was gonna tell you something.
Oh yeah, also she did tell me, like, back in...
My timing was off. It would be later that night, not the next day, because I
Okay.
thought you were gonna take the antidote then.
No.
No,
okay,
you
so
said we had to come back the next day.
I know.
it's okay.
I actually said you were getting the antidote right then, and then rather than changing my story on that to tell you exactly what happened, I just rolled with it being the next day. And it's
Okay, so
Okay,
I go
skip
get
it.
the antidote.
come back
in the
that
morning.
night. She has to make arrangements the next day,
Okay.
but the antidote is ready for you.
Okay, cool. So I take the antidote in the morning and I just go directly.
Okay. Yeah. Do you
Is it like in a drinkable form, or like apply it on?
It's you apply it to the wound.
Okay, cool.
It's like a topical.
It's an
Like
ointment.
Neosporin.
It's an ointment. Yeah, it's an ointment. It
It's an
smells like raspberries.
Okay, I'm gonna go oint Edward.
Okay. Are you gonna do this yourself, or are you gonna give it to a licensed professional?
I'm gonna give it to a licensed professional.
Okay. Yeah, you show up in the you show up at his infirmary room. There's the guards there, but they let you in.
I talk to the head nurse or whatever.
Yep. There's a nurse attending to him. Excuse me. Can I help you?
Yes, actually, I have an antidote for the poison.
You have an antidote for the poison? How'd you manage
Yes.
to?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It's
oh,
silver thistle.
silver,
the
I've never heard of silver thistle. Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, whatever. I'll do it.
I hand over the antidote.
Do I just do it in like small swirls?
Well, I'm assuming she explained to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I give her all the information. If she has questions,
Okay. Yeah, she.
Reassure her.
Yeah, she applies the cream to the wound, and almost immediately, like, it starts to look better. It starts to, like, it wasn't like festering before, but like it was an open wound, and like it looks like it's actually like starting to heal up. And I think she gasps upon seeing that, and is like, "Oh, whoa! Where did you get this?"
I had it brewed by a specialist in town.
This is amazing. Never mind. I've got to go get the doctor. We've got to. Oh my goodness.
Bring a healer so we can finish healing him. I'll stay at his side to make sure that nothing happens at the time.
Okay. Yeah, and
I'll
you-
cast healing word on Edward as it's going on.
smart. Yeah, make it a little boost it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have a whole team here. And I think as that happens, like Lucian's told too, and Lucian comes in And everyone's here sort of, there's doctors tending to the wound, replacing bandages on it and all that fun stuff. And
while that's happening, I explain, or actually before all this commotion starts, I ask the group if we want to just tell everything to Lucian that we know, or do we want to wait for Edward to wake up?
I think we're in far enough now that we just need to let Edward have a chance to explain what happened.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
Yeah.
Then I just let them do their thing.
Yeah, so I was kind of thinking about this for a while about how it would come about, but like, I think they're all just standing around, everyone's sort of waiting, and they're just sitting in the room, like, sitting around as he's like healing, and all of a sudden he gasps, and everyone sort of turns around to go look at him. I don't have good music for this moment, so I'm just gonna keep playing this, but he gasps and sort of comes to it, and Lucian rushes over and he says, Edward, oh my god, Edward, are you okay? And he just sort of opens up his eyes wide and is like, oh my god, what happened? He's like, you've been injured, please just stay still. Please, there's a man about to go to trial for your attempted murder. Do you know what happened to you? And he's like, my head's killing me. I remember I was in my room at my study, taking notes over the last day's watch, and someone came through the window. It was a taller guy, orcish size. He had a stern look and just beaded eyes. He came right to me. I tried to fight him off, but I guess he got the better of me, and I just remember looking up at him, and the last thing I remember was him saying 5 to go, and I faded to black. And Lucian goes, does this man, it wasn't a dwarf then? He's like, no, I don't remember a dwarf. It was definitely this, I don't know what he was, an orc, an elf, something in between. He says, thank you. Thank you. Just rest for now. We have other matters to attend to. I'm glad to see you're still alive, Edward.
Lucian, if I may ask him one last question.
Yep.
Can you confirm the sayings of my friend here, his client, Corman, when he says that he was working under your command and coming to report to you soon?
Corman? Corman was working for me. Corman's here?
Yes, he was the one who was wrongly accused of your attempted murder.
He's like, oh my god, Corman would never do that. Oh.
Thank you. You can rest now. We'll talk later, Edward. We have much to discuss. Jared sent us here.
Another case solved by poor Tate.
I do a wink as I say Gerard sent us.
Yeah, okay. I think he sort of catches on that something's going on. That we shouldn't be going into right now.
We should probably go through the drive-thru and get an order of Valerians.
French Valerians. Okay, yeah. So yeah, Lucian says, "Oh my god, I can't. I'm sorry, I let my better judgment get beside me. We almost. Well, Port Anchor, I appreciate you stopping by. You saved a dwarf's life today. I guess you are some of the best legal team in Aragonia."
Lucian,
Not dwarves.
it was all in a day's work, and if you ever need any legal representation, my friends and I are ready. We're called the Mystery Machine, so you just give us a call, and we'll be here to help you.
Okay. The mystery machine. That's a witty name. I appreciate that. Hey, what brought you guys here in the first place? You just sort of stormed in, and I appreciate everything you've done, but
Well, we were not
I'm looking for
coming
Mia.
here seeking for justice, but my friend Thamior would really appreciate all the help that you could give him in this moment.
he says,
I'm looking for a girl who works as a counselor for the king. Her name is Mia.
Mia, yeah, I've met Mia before. She's a lovely lady. What do you need Mia for?
I need to know if she's really my sister.
Mia? Daughter of Enru and Senrar? She's an
Yes.
she's an only child.
It's a long story.
This is all right. I'll talk to the king. First thing, I'll let him know what you did.
Thank you, Lucian.
Yeah, I'll arrange a meeting as soon as I can. Cool. He says, "Yeah, thank you. You have my eternal gratitude and eternal gratitude of the Knights Guard. Whatever I can do, or the Knights Watch is our real name, not the Knights Guard. I made that one up.
Yeah.
What-
When you do free Corman for innocent, you can tell us we're here. He's gonna want to talk to us.
Yeah, absolutely. I can do that.
Send him to our ship at port.
Okay. What's your ship's name?
We'll take custody of Corman.
The Salty Gengri.
Okay, I'll make a note of it. I'll send him down first thing. Yeah, good work, guys.
Thank you.
Cool. Okay, so Lucian has agreed to arrange a meeting with Mia, as soon as he can. Do we have anything else we want to do?
No, I think I'm just gonna wait for meetings with her and Edward. He's did.
Okay. I think he comes back. He tells you it's not going to be today. It'll probably be the following day, as she's tied up in some king's meetings. But I would think like there's probably a nice like common room in the castle or somewhere to like attend private meetings or whatever, and he arranges the next day
Okay.
for something to happen. And then I guess we got one final thing, right? Which is to go back to the Underdark.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way back to the Underdark at night as per your agreed upon plans. And what was her name? I forgot what I wrote in. Hilda, you meet up with Hilda again. She's this I forget what her voice is like. Well, whatever. I'll make up a voice. Is that was it the good old Silver Thistle?
Yeah, it was. Thank you. Thanks a lot for your help.
He
You were
says,
able to heal Edward with your antidote.
he says, well, thank you. That gold's gonna go a mighty fine way. She says, I got someone I want you to meet, and she brings over a taller guy with his hood up. It's not a black robe, but she says, well, you're gonna have to keep this one sort of between us, but I'd like you to meet my friend. Oh man, my name suck. My friend's Tholes, and this guy comes over and he pulls down his hood, and you're all kind of taken back for a second because he's not a race you've seen before, but he is a lizard-looking thing, almost dragon-looking thing. He says, "The name's Tholes. Hilda here said you guys found someone with some silver thistle."
Yes, Edward was attacked by what seems to be a blade poison.
There's only one place in all of Aragoni that silver thistle grows. That's in the Ganor ruins. He's like, I could probably take you there if you want, but well, you're not normally the clientele that go there.
Are those the ruins in the barren waste?
Are you
Where
asking
those-
him that?
No, I'm asking because I think we the name of.
You have not heard the name Ganor ruins before.
Okay. Where are those ruins?
He's like, they're just south of here. Right down the river. You go hug the coast, port in Tagos, and well, make your way into that hellhole. He's like, you look awfully confused. You don't know where the Ganor ruins are.
I don't.
He laughs for a second. He's like, huh. He's like, well, that's awfully funny. And he's like, I got something you probably aren't aware of. But the area south of here, you call what do you call that? The barren wastes? Well, the barren wastes, they aren't so barren. And he pulls out this folded thing in his pocket, and he hands it to you, Thamior, and you open it up. And I put it in Twitch chat, but he gives you a map of the area. He says, "There's a whole bunch of stuff in the barren wastes." He's like, "You ever need a trip down? Let me know. I can help you out."
Wow.
Is that?
That's really helpful. We were definitely looking for someone to guide us through the barren wastes. So we have a few things to finish here. And where can we find you after if we require your service?
I'll just ask around here. I'll make it happen.
I'll come find Hilda if I need to find you.
All right,
Folks,
you got a.
What is your rate?
My rate? Well, you're not gonna be able to pay me in gold for this one. Let's just say
How can we pay you?
I got some business that I need help with down there, and
Why don't you meet us at our ship, the Salty Gengri, and we can strike an accord that's mutually beneficial to everyone.
all right, I can get behind that. You in the port?
Our ship is in the port, the Salty Gengri.
All right, well, I'll stop by there sometime.
Thanks a lot, fools.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good one, guys. Cool. And I think that's where we'll end it for tonight, because it's late. Thank you again for watching our 1 year... Why are you laughing?
Sorry, we're just like collecting dead people, animals, plants, and now NPCs
Yeah,
on the boat.
yeah, it's a boat. It's a boat of people. Thank you for watching episode 19, our 1 year anniversary stream for the Akertales. I guess we'll see. What's 2 weeks from now? 2 weeks is the 8th. I think we were good for the 8th.
No, it's PAX.
PAX. Okay, so we'll probably. I don't know when we'll be around sometime.
Fred
Come check
needs
us
to
out in
cut
the
off
Discord.
Roof of his mouth.
Yeah. You're getting your gum transplant sometime
Yeah,
too.
it's on the 24th.
Oh.
We'll figure it out. Check in Discord. The Discord link's up there. The ASJJKNX at discord.gg. And whenever we decide to play again, we'll post it in there. How's that sound?
Yeah, we can aim for the 15th if you guys can.
Yeah, 15th sounds good. All right, tentatively the 15th. If the plans change, then we'll update whoever's in there. Anyway, thank you for watching. Oh, hey, it's Bud. Hey, Bud. Thank you for watching episode 19 of the Akertales. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.